How's it going, people? We're back for another Elden Ring challenge run. Well, this time it's not really a challenge run. It's an anything goes run. So, which means we can use all of the weapons that the game has to offer. That's basically it. Yeah, we can use anything we want. Our goal is to do all remembrances on this run, do all of the bosses, do basically everything that the game has to offer. And yeah, we get to use any weapon. We can use whatever we want. The goal is more to see how fast I can get through the game using anything I can use. My main plan is going to be to go into Faith because I really want to use incantations. I can already tell you guys that much. So the plan is to try and get the seals and get some of the incantations. Specifically, we want to get Frenzied Burst as soon as we possibly can, and then try to get most of the Garank stuff, which means we have to do a bunch of the Tibia Mariner fights and a bunch of the Catacombs to get our Death Root, to get the Stone of Garank, which is like the main goal I want to get from the Garank quest line. And obviously the Clawmark Seal is probably going to be the first one that we get, since both the Golden Order Seal and the Archery Seal have insane requirements. So our main stats will be Strength. We'll need to put some points into. We need to put some points into Dexterity, and then Faith mainly. Because I want to wield a weapon that I've never actually used in this game, which is Vike's War Spear. And that needs 16 Strength, 20 Dex, and 18 Faith. So the Faith in general we need to get a bunch of. We need at least 27 to get the Godslayer seal, which I think will be the best one to use at the start. And yeah, Clawmark seal only needs 10 Faith, which is nice as well. So I think that's going to be the first one, and then Godslayer will be the upgrade. And the first weapon I'll probably go for is going to be the Claymore, since we need the 16 strength later on for the Vike's War Spear anyways. So we're going to use that for then, and 13 dex, we need 20 dexterity anyways to use the War Spear. So the kind of weapons that I want to use, again, Claymore is going to be the first one. Then I want to see that we get up to Altis so that I can get myself the Antspur Rapier. I want to use the Antspur Rapier and Vike's War Spear as like the two main weapons on this run. And then maybe we'll pick up the Cypher Patter as well. The thing is, Cypher Patter needs 30 faith for us to be able to wield it. So we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, let's switch over to Elden Ring. And then get into the run. And we're gonna start off, I think, as a wretch, as always. Just because I like the fact that I can customize the stats how I want. Because I don't know if anyone really... Like, for example, the Prophet doesn't really do it for me. Like, sure, he has the 16 faith. He's got 11 strength, 10 dexterity. But I always hate it when characters start off at, like, level 7. Just because it's more expensive to level up from that point on. And as a wretch, we can basically just build how we want. This is, by the way, this is Annie is okay. Yeah, we can build how we want our character to be built. I'm gonna pick the Stone Sword Key because we want to get the Dragon Communion Seal, which is literally in the first hero grave. But yeah. From the Wretch, I think it's just easier to build into different builds. Right? Because like you can use a lot of weapons if you use the Wretch at the start because he has 10 in everything. Let's just go for... I don't even know what I want to go for. Looks wise, I don't have a clue. I don't know, he looks like Einstein. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Let's give him that and then move it around. And expansion. Yes, please. There we go. And then keep it as that and change the color of it. Beautiful. And then make him muscular. Very good. And he is okay. Here we go. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hope you can hear everything, like audio's fine and everything.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Okay, yeah, it's good, it's good. The thing is, I had some audio issues yesterday with my PC, so but everything's good. So I was kind of worried that we might have some issues. We don't. And that's good. Okay. By the way, my hair looks the way it looks because I just got out of the shower and it's just like slicked back. That's it. This isn't my normal hairstyle. And it's not going to be my normal hairstyle going forwards. Goodbye. It's been a good while since I've done like a proper playthrough of Elden Ring. Where I've really done everything. So the thing is, we do actually have 2 stone sword keys. So that means we could technically open this up. The problem is it's so deep into the hero grave, the seal, the Dragon Communion seal. But we'll get it a bit later on. Thing is, Dragon Communion, for example, needs the arcane as well. Like it's got an arcane requirement too. Which actually scales more with arcane, because I think the Dragon Communion incantations also need arcane as a requirement, if I'm not mistaken. Wait, I never noticed that your eyes can change if you obtain 4 Dragon Communion incantations. Your eyes actually change. That is interesting. Might have to check that out. So yeah, do we need to actually put points into arcane as well? Yeah, we do need to put points into arcane. What is the most that we need? Okay, at least 15. That's totally doable, by the way. Okay. Then let's make our way over to the other side of Grace so that we get ourselves Torrent. And then we're gonna do the typical stuff. I'm gonna try to do the Dragon Cheese on Grail on the bridge, because that will give us Dragon Hearts. Then we're gonna do the cheese of the Knights Cavalry on the bridge. And then we'll see. I don't think that I'll be farming for runes at this, like at any point in this playthrough. I don't think we need to, if I'm being honest with you guys. That'd be a bit overkill. And I feel confident after all of the challenge runs. And I'm going to attempt to not use any summons in this. As little as we can. I want to use as little as we can. We're gonna obviously, as always, pick up the Mimic tier eventually when we get down into the basement area. But that's, you know, typical stuff that we do. Could have just picked the other path up, but I'm special sometimes. I do be special. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit up the church. We're gonna hit up the... We're gonna go over to Caelid and then do the whole area in Caelid. I might just already go into Fort Hyde just to get myself the is it the Dectus medallion? I think it's the Dectus medallion, the first one. So I won't be going for a lot of jump attacks, so the Claw Talisman we can... not the Claw Talisman. But yeah, Claw Talisman we can also just leave. Same as this one over here. The one that boosts your charged attacks up. I don't think we'll be focusing on that a whole lot. There we go, spike cracked here in the green spill. Why are your eyes yellow? Slumbering egg, okay. Yeah, so we'll just run in, we'll grab ourselves the medallion half. And then make our way to Caelid using the teleporter, then we'll get taken to Round Table Hold from there. Once we're at Round Table... I don't know, I might already like pick up the Cypher Patter there. So that we have it. That's not nice of you. It's a bit chaotic because we're not like going for one specific weapon type. Ooh, it's a golden knight. The leaves are falling. And because of that, because of the ramification of the challenge run, I'm gonna go and grab myself a couple of somber weapons as like my main weapons, right? Because I do have the choice to go for anything, and somber smithing stones are like the easiest to get. Like all of the weapons I want to pick up, I think the clawmark seal is actually the only one that needs normal smithing stones, which kind of suck. But ooh, I don't know if the Godslayer seal might actually use normal ones too, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, we've got everything, so off to Caelid we go. So that we can get the second deck this half and get ourselves... yeah, we're gonna instantly attempt the Rich Dragon. We were successful last time around on the duo challenge, so that was good. So we'll see how it goes this time. Cool. Okay, we can try and get Kenneth Hyde done real quick so we can get another golden seed from him.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height. To the true order and past.
There we go. Wait, is he still alive? Oh. No, wait, what? Where is he? Oh, there he is. I was just about to say. Actually, I was waiting for it to drop in my inventory, but that didn't happen for some reason. There we go, Sacred Tear and the Flask of Wondrous Physic. Which we can, we'll have to sit down at Garang's place anyway, so... Might as well set up the flask there or at Round Table Hold. I really need to pee, guys. I think I'll go peeing when we reach Round Table Hold. So now.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start, whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Okay, let's go to round
Very
table
well.
hold.
Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Let's go. Ooh, nice amount of runes we got there. Okay. We're here, so let us flasks, add charge to flask, flask, do this, and then do this, and then get ourselves the cipher patter for later. The thing is, the cipher patter actually has a pretty high stat requirement, which sucks. Needs, what is it, 30? Yeah, 30 faith. I mean, we'll need that anyways for some of the incants, so there's that. Yeah, we're gonna die here anyways, so let's die. It's a required death. Okay, so we're gonna grab the golden seed on the way down. And then we'll try to cheese the dragon again. Which was, I mean, actually last time around pretty easy. I know we failed it a couple of times before. Is he still onto us? I think he is, right? Yeah. Good boy. Let's see. We can do this better than some other people. Bro, you stuck? Okay. Chill. And here I was thinking I was safe. Yeah, over here he shouldn't be able to get us though. Come on, go flying. Come on. Do it. I need your dragon hearts. Desperately. So we can start building into our build, and I need your runes, basically. That's also a thing I need. Yes, yes, yes. No, you idiot. Yeah, no, maybe. Oh fuck, that's gonna kill us. Oh, this is going well. Ah, got the short. Oh, Nick Von Crate uploaded a video. Okay, come on. Okay, so it's basically what we did. Bro, do a jump attack. Do a jump attack. No, do a jump attack. Jump. Thank you. He's done it! Yes, boys! Yes, boys! Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And... Wait, no. No way. This guy can be such a pain. I think he's broken. He's trying to climb up the wall, but he can't. Now he's legit stuck there. He's still not in the tree though. Wait, now we managed to get up there. That is insane. That is stupid. So how many deaths is that now? 3 times we died against this thing? That is actually kind of annoying. Ten years later, we are still going. Okay, come on. Go flying, man. We're dead. We're not dead. Did he land? He landed on the tree. Come on, go down, go down. Yes, 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 yes. Hit the pose. Hit the... What? How? What is up with this dragon today? I've wasted like a good 20 minutes or so just trying to get this. I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll just go for the Knight's Cavalry. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck. Oh, he landed up there. The fuck? Fire reach is insane, man. Yeah, I don't think it'll work. I don't think. He'll get us 80% of the time, man. We'll just go past him and grab the Knight's Cavalry instead. Watch the Knight's Cavalry also take like way too many attempts. Okay. Here we go. Psst. Knight's Cavalry. Come play with me. I need some friends. I don't have any friends. Oh, he's already over there. Thanks for coming. Okay, that worked surprisingly easy. So there we go. So let's see, we need 16 in strength, we need 20 dex, and the rest in faith. Oh, legit, we got the exact stats to be able to wield the war spear. Bike's war spear. Alright, then let's grab the stuff from Fort Fareth. Grab Radagon's Saw Seal. Grab the Dectus Medallion and the Golden Rune. Then I'll probably go and grab the Claymore, get Bloody Slash on it so we can bleed the dragon. And then we'll go into Faith with the rest of the build. Use all of the runes from the big dragon for Faith. And then we'll go and grab the first Tibia Mariner we can. Pretty dark, and it does not help me that the sun is literally shining into this room and right onto my screen. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so we got the Saw Seal, which will boost our stats a little bit. Mainly vigor, endurance, strength, and dexterity. Okay, let's get the smithing stones from here. And then I'm just gonna make a run around the typical areas we hit. Just for later. I'm gonna go down here, get the site of grace in the church where Millicent is at. Then drop ourselves down, so we grab the golden seal, golden seed in whatever the place down there is called, Celia, isn't it? That's Celia, I think, yeah. We'll grab that. From there, we'll head over to the Dragon Communion Church. And then I'll quickly go downstairs on the map so we can get ourselves all of the other sacred tears. I'll grab the claymore. Once we have the claymore, I'll go and grab the bloody slash at Fort Height. Once we... oh fuck. Oh fuck. Where did I go wrong there? Hey Jason, how's it going? Day's been pretty good. Pretty good. How's your day? I don't even know what does my hair look like. I haven't looked at the camera. Yeah, just got out of the shower, basically. So it's my fresh out of the shower hair. Looks straight out of like the 19, I don't know what, 1950s, 30s, 40s. With the slick back. Alright, so we're gonna run through this area real quick. I want to do O'Neill properly once we have a weapon. I don't feel like cheesing him. I don't feel like cheesing him. Oh yeah, work was kind of okay. Exhausting as always. Not really enjoyable at the moment, I'll be honest with you. It's just tiring. I wish I could do this all day at this point. Not just, you know, playing video games, but just streaming and making videos, recording videos, editing videos. But it is what it is. But I think, like, eventually, if this was a job, I'd also get really tired of it. How's the saying go? Don't love your job, job your love, or whatever. No, what was the saying? I don't remember. Job your love, yeah. Top 10 tips for life. You're rethinking your build. What are you rethinking then? What are you into? Or what do you want to go into? You need a stronger build in what sense of strong? Like, what are you looking for in terms of strong? What needs to be stronger? Do I have anything? I mean, again, it kind of depends on what you want from your build. When you're fighting NPCs, you're weak. Eh. Oh, let's go from a gear lake north. I mean, when fighting NPCs, NPC fights are just a whole thing on its own. Let's be honest. Anyone who's played Elden Ring knows that NPC fights are just their problem on their own.
You there. Could you help us out, Cully?
But if like NPC fights are the big problem, I mean, if it isn't a boss that needs, you know, needs your attention. Oh fuck. What is going on with Torrent today? Screwing me over again. I'll go grab the gold pickled foul foot real quick and then we'll head down into the lower area. Because we can get the frenzied flame incantation. So our first... Oh, dude, I just realized we need to do all of the mage tower as well. Because we need to get the memory stones. It's been such a long time since I've done most of this stuff. Which means we also need to grab the Burger King crown in Raya Lucaria to be able to use the tower. Oh no, wait, no, I think we don't need that one. Because that's the one that has the two sorceries in there. It's got the hammer and the other one, the cannon. Hammer, whatever the hammer is called in the cannon. Like the hammer of something. But Jason, are you struggling against bosses as well, or is it just NPCs? Should you just use Rivers of Blood? I don't know, man. DLC bosses. Well, DLC bosses, I mean, that's a whole different topic. Have you picked up all of the Shadow Tree fragments? You've tried Moon Veil. But did you use like a proper Moon Veil setup? Why can you not use it correctly though? Did you respec your stats so that you're able to wield Moonveil? Medium load is okay, you don't want heavy. Medium is okay. I play Elden Ring on medium load 90% of the time. It's rare that I go into light load. Because light load also comes with... You keep trying to have light load all the time. Nah, you don't need to have light load. The thing is, you dodge slower, obviously, and you don't dodge as far. But I think for me it's actually easier to dodge a medium load because I don't dodge too far away from the enemy. Because in light load you can sometimes just dodge way too far away from the enemies. And that will make the fight harder because then you'll always have to run back to the enemy a little bit, you know? I'm too lazy, I'll just fast travel down. Lazy maxing at its finest. That's what you get from me. Nah, but for me, medium load is just the easiest, because if you get close up to an enemy, you can just dodge to the left or to the right easily, and then you're still close to the enemy if you want to punish him. Again, instead of just rolling miles away when you're in light load. And then having to spend half of your stamina bar to run back to the enemy before you can even attack him. And then you get like 2 hits off because your stamina's wasted. You want to break stance easily. Well, the thing is, it depends on whatever boss you're fighting. Because bosses have a different amount of stance. Not every boss has the same amount of stance. There we go, we get the Flame of Frenzy, which will be our first incantation. We can also, while we're down here, grab the other one, which is the lightning one. So we'll definitely have to get that one. For stamina, what do you upgrade? You upgrade your... You upgrade your endurance. With endurance, you upgrade your stamina. But the thing is, like, stamina, you need to get to what? I think 20, 25 is fine. Somewhere between those two. You don't need too much stamina. Because, I mean, if you're struggling with stamina, I'd recommend, obviously, the 2 options of stamina recovery. Which is the turtle shell on the back, the shield. And using the turtle head talismans. And if you made it to the DLC, use the improved version of the turtle head talisman. And if you have the stats for Moonveil, you need to get yourself the Relana's cameo talisman from the DLC. Because if you want to use Moonveil efficiently, best thing is you wear the armor set of Roger, and then you'll use Relana's cameo as a talisman. That's what we did on the Katana run. Because Relana's cameo makes weapons insane. We also used it on the straight sword run because of the Sword of Night and Flame. But I don't know, usually for stamina I go into like 20 endurance. And then that's fine. Fine for me. Doesn't mean it's fine for everyone, obviously, but I can work with it. Stamina it's just about you learning to manage your stamina as well, more than anything. What do I think about Marika's hammer and Malekith's blade? Honestly, I keep saying it every time. To me personally, the boss remembrance weapons aren't that appealing. The one that obviously, you know, is got a lot of usage from people in Elden Ring is the Blasphemous Blade, which is the one you get from the Rykard boss fight. So there's that. By the way, I'm gonna try as well to keep like all of the weapons and all of that stuff and not sell it this time around. Because again, this isn't a challenge run. Like, when it comes to Malekith, I prefer to have his, his incantation, the Black Blade. I'd much rather have that instead of the, there we go, put on the lantern. I would rather have that than the actual sword. But that's just personal preference, because I'm a big fan of incantations. That's, I think, the difference. But I mean, at the end of the day, I always find it hard to actually tell other people what they should or should not use in Elden Ring, because at the end of the day, everyone plays the game differently, right? Everyone wants to play in their own way, or like everyone has a preference for a different weapon, for example, right? Like for me, katanas aren't my strong suit. And if you know me, you know that I prefer going for my magic stuff. Anything that can kind of do magic, I just do really well with that. You know, and then like I for example, I told you like maybe try out incantations, but like if you know struggle using incantation, then maybe it's just not something that is, you know, part of your playstyle or good for your playstyle. So it's always like Elden Ring, at least at the start, is about trying things out. Like I can recommend you things, I can tell you, again, if you want to get one of the Remembrance weapons that I think is good, it's Blasphemous Blade. You killed Elden Beast with incantations, see? That's how you do it. Excuse me, get off of my ass, please. Yeah, the Exeek's Decay is so good. There's such a good such a good incantation. Oh, a golden eye. Nice. Okay, yeah, I don't need anything really from here. I mean, eventually, yeah. We want to try and get all of the bosses done. We do have to come back here, but I don't feel like doing it now. I want to continue doing the build setup. So we've got the Claymore. That can go off of the list. Now we're gonna get ourselves Bloody Slash, so we can put it on there, on the Claymore. Yeah, Exeek's Decay, that's my go-to incantation. Good one, Nick. But I think that's what most people will say. Like, Exeek's Decay is the go-to, basically. That, and as I said, Frenzied Burst is so good for clearing out levels. You know, just clearing out the normal dungeons and stuff. Cool. Lion's Claw directly into the spear. But he's also got golden eyes, which is good. Okay, rat, go away, please. Okay, we screwed up. There we go. Hey man. It's, you know, I like to help people out. And Frenzy Burst, man, that's literally, that's so good. We're gonna use it on this run as well. On this character.
You're a new nomad loud. You're
I don't know, do I level up? Do I level up the Claymore? I mean, I can level it up once. Alright, Fort Farith, here we come. Time to take out the dragon so we can get the rest of the stats that we need. This is probably gonna take us a little bit of time. Get the Foul Foot equipped. Yeah, and we also need to grab the magic tower here, the mage tower. Yeah, and we can get the dragon hearts from here to get ourselves the incantations already, so we can get the basic Rot Breath and get the Dragon Claw. And then we just need to get the Tibia Mariner back in Limgrave, and then we already we turn the Death Root in, and we should get the Clawmark Seal. Or is it on the second one? I also think that the magma is also one of the really good dragon incantations. I've just not really used it that much. I might just go for it on this playthrough. The thing is, you get it so late in the game because it's like you get the good version in the mountaintops. Oh no, sorry, in the consecrated snowfields from the, what's it called, the magma worm. And I think the one on the road to Volcano Manor, that's the one that also gives the lower version of it, like the lower magma shot. Yeah, Rot is way better. Yeah, like Rot is, well, it's good, it's better, I'd say, but not like way better, because magma you can use really well because it like stays on the ground and does damage to enemies. But yeah, Rotten Breath does cook a lot of enemies for sure. I mean, we'll go grab Rot Breath, we'll go grab the Claw, we'll grab the Maw. It's always fun to do this. But yeah, we'll try to spend the points into Faith and then Arcane. Because we need some Arcane, obviously, for the Dragon incants. I'll have to look up what like the highest is, because I don't know off the top of my head what the highest Arcane stat is on any of those. There we go, we get 5 Dragon Hearts, and we get a bunch of money. Okay, so... I assume it's like bailed stuff from the DLC, yeah. That literally one of the Bale one, like the highest one is 53 Arcane. So Dragonmaw needs 16, Borealis' Mist needs 15, Exig's Decay needs 15 in arcane. So it seems like, yeah, 15, 16 arcane. Yeah, it's 16. 16 seems to be the highest. Yeah, it's Dragon Maw is it? No. Arcane 17, Grail's Raw. But I won't be buying that. Like I won't be I'll buy it, but I won't use it. Most likely. So we need 16 in Arcane and then the rest goes into Faith. Which only takes us to 26, which is actually not that much. Like we still need 1 Faith to be able to wield the Godslayer seal, so I'm gonna go for this. And then we'll get the Arcane from like, I don't know, some runes that we have. How much do we need for a level up again? 9k, yeah, we can easily get that together. There we go. And then we'll put 1 more point into Arcane. There we go. Alright. Let's try and get the dragon cheese again. Maybe we'll get it this time. If not, we'll go back to... We'll get the Tibia Marina. Excuse me. By the way, how many stone sword keys do I have? Not that many, okay. Oh yeah, we desperately need to get the memory stone here. Hey dude. Hey yo. He literally doesn't want to do it today. He's like, I did it for you yesterday. Like, come on. Well, 2 days ago. He's being a little bitch today. It's really getting on my nerves, man. He really is. All I want to do is just cheese this guy. Come on. Give me the cheeseburger. Come on, give it to me. Do it. Do it. Yeah, dude, we got him when we did the duo challenge run. We literally got him. And I tried this today, like I tried it multiple times today. And he did land on the tree a couple of times, but he always managed to just walk off of the tree, which was really annoying. Now he's just spamming fire the whole time. Oh my god. And he's now doing the run attack. Come on, go fly. Yes, he goes flying. Oh, come on, you dickhead. Oh. Just come on for once. Yes, please. Do your job. Do your job. Come on. Come on, he's on there, he's on there. Ladies and gentlemen, did we get him? Did we get him? Did we get him? Come on, come on, come on. Again! He doesn't go T-posing. Oh, he's T-posing. Nice, we got him. Get out of my way, Ghost. Let's go, and another dragon heart. Okay, I'm gonna spend that money on these stats. Get some health, get some endurance in. And then Lenny's Rise, we're gonna go there to get the memory stone. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna get the Tibia Mariner. So that we can get ourselves the Clawmark seal off of Grank. Oh no, before we do that, let's get the one incantation that I didn't pick up, the golden scarab in the Weeping Peninsula. There should be a memory stone, right? Yeah, good. Outskirts, please. So what we're gonna grab now is one of the better incantations. I mean, yeah, we could also just go ahead and buy ourselves the finger seal if we really wanted a seal. I just realized that this is actually stupid because you die if you go down here. So we need to go further to the back of this area. Over here to the graves. Plop. Plop. And then there's obviously a bunch of bats around, which sucks ass. So we need to be faster than them. And there we go. We get lightning strike. Which is totally underrated. And then you have to jump specifically in this hole because otherwise you won't survive the fall. And yeah. Got a decent setup there. I don't know, do I buy just the basic seal off of Round Table Hold? For now, at least. Because I low-key want to use some incantations already. Especially if we're going to fight Vike, I want to start using the incants, maybe. We'll go up, we'll go and get to be a Mariner. Because I think... Is Clawmark seal for 1 or 2? Because it says here given by Garank after feeding him a death root. Yeah, we don't need the stamina talisman. So I won't be wasting the stone sword keys here. As I said, we need the stone sword keys for later on. Love the fact that I barely do any damage. Because I mean, we're using a +1 weapon. Nothing beats a blood blade. Well, a lot of things do, but that's another topic. Excuse me, sir. Oh god. Gravestone's my worst enemy in Elden Ring. 80% of the time the environment kills me. More than the boss does. There we go. That's our first tibia done. Which means our first death root, and then we'll go to the Bestial Sanctum and see if we get the claw mark seal or if it's just the quivering eye or whatever the eye is called. The beast eye. It just says the eye is quivering, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, oh no, you get it. You get the claw mark seal, okay. So we'll use claw mark seal in the offhand, and then we'll do... Wait, I can't use this. 28 faith, oh my god. Great. So we got that. Good. You hate how after cutscenes they place you so close to the boss? You mean with, like, okay, yeah, Garang, not that much, but I definitely think Horaloo. Horaloo is like a prime example of that. Of the after fight cutscene placing you directly in front of the boss. And then he just comes charging at you. It's so annoying. Okay, so what I want to do now is quickly grab the smithing stones from here. And then we'll head over into Liurnia. And try to get ourselves the frenzy burst as fast as we possibly can. Melania too. Dude, the thing is I haven't fought Melania in in such a long while because of the challenge runs. Because we never did Melania on those. And I low-key would have done them if it wasn't for Mark saying, yeah, let's not do it. Can I hit him through here? I can. It's insane how much that does to myself. I staggered him twice. Nice. Ooh, we got an outfit. Let's go. You know what my character kind of reminds me of with those black like eye lines around? Reminds me of, I think his name is Jaren from the old Star Wars Jedi Knight games. Or the Dark Forces, I think. I think it was Dark Forces that he was in as the bad guy. They're like so old. They're from like the late 90s, I think. I don't know. I don't know the exact time frame when they came out. Like it was yeah, Dark Forces. It's like Jedi Knight Dark Forces. Or did they add the Jedi Knight after that? And was it just Dark Forces at that point? I always misremember it. But they were great Star Wars games back in the day. They were up there for sure. Dude, I told you before, I'm an uncle. Oh, I forgot we haven't beaten Radahn yet. Lol. I am, on paper, I am an uncle. I have a niece and a nephew. So therefore, I am confirmed to be an unc. That is some achievement. It is, it is. And that might affect the streams. As a heads up, 2 weeks from now, if things don't change, like they will be staying over here, so at my parents' place. So I'll most likely spend a lot of time with them. So I don't know how much I'll be able to stream during the time that they're here. It might be a really, really slow week for streams. Like next week will also be tough as hell because work will be pretty annoying. Because there's a lot going on. Because I'm alone. My colleague left me alone. Now I have to take care of everything on my own. Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's, you know, obviously that makes me money. This doesn't at the moment. But yeah, I'll try to give my best there, you know. And I might just hop on for like a couple of days here and there, you know. Jump on a stream or two. You know, I'll try, and like those 2 weeks will probably be tough as shit for me. But then, like, middle of April or so, I've got like a whole week off, so I'll focus on like streaming a lot in that week. The week of like the 13th, I'll be home the whole week, so I'm trying. Like, I'm already thinking of some things I can do. You know? Like, I was thinking of doing a, you know, beating Elden Ring in a day, for example. Like, using whatever I can. Like, this run basically, and anything goes. And I'll just try to beat the game in a full day. But that also kind of depends on how far we are going to be in Divinity Original Sin and how far along that episode is of the best RPG. That's also like, I gotta work on that. But let me rephrase it, I want to work on that as well. And I've been thinking about some other video ideas, so I'll probably stream for like another half an hour or so today. And then I wanna try and come up with some new videos, some new video ideas that I can kind of push out while I'm not doing the best RPG. You know, so that I have basically, other than these streams that I do, basically almost daily. You know, that I can go in and I'll do like some other videos to fill the time as well. But at the same time, like, I don't want to make him like be some slop videos. And I've legitimately thought about like, how can I do a Elden Ring kind of starter series, you know? How can I do a Elden Ring for beginners? Ooh, yeah, Flame Cleanse Me. Was this the one that has Flame Grant Me Strength? I don't remember. It's got the prayer book. That's something at least. Is the Mage Tower back here? No, it's further in, I think. Yeah, I think we can make some decent videos. Like, again, I thought about doing Elden Ring starter stuff, but it's so hard because there's so many options in Elden Ring, right? Like, I would have to do different starter guides for like all of the different ways you can play the game. Like different videos. I would do a, you know, a magic build, an incantation starting guide. You know, basically something that would be like, again, a video for every type of player.
Please no. Dear me, we are Albinorians. We of course you know. You merciless brutes. Let the curse take everything.
Yeah, haha. Wahaha. How many times am I gonna fall off of things today? Hey Vito, how's it going, my dude? It's going good for me. Hope everything's going well over there too. Where did the runes drop? Yeah, I was literally reading chat. That's why I fell off. Doing good, playing some Elden Ring, as always. Yeah, I want to make it, like in general, a video talking about Elden Ring. Just in general, I also want to make a video on like video games. Like kind of like the best RPG videos, but I want to make a video for like every game that I just love to replay, games that I love to replay. I guess like a mini retrospective, maybe. Probably the best way, yeah. I kind of want to just talk about the game and why I love replaying the game, you know? And do that for like multiple games that are like close to my heart, games that I love to replay. And like just sit down and do a video like talking about it and doing a whole series just about games that I've, you know, replayed multiple times in my lifetime. And then I thought about doing, lazy as it is, doing like either top 5s on like games that, for example, games that I wouldn't ever replay. Just for, you know, as an example. Games that I thought were so not enjoyable on my first go around, or maybe just games that were actually decent, but you know, that played decent, but the story, for example, isn't as interesting, and or maybe the story is so simple that I feel like it would be boring for me to replay the game. And then again, just do some game ratings, you know. Screw it. Just have some fun with it. Just make the channel like as broad and as, you know, general as I possibly can with the videos, but still have the RPG niche in there. Because at the end of the day, that's the type of game that I like the most. You can always get me with a good old RPG. But as I said, there's games that I would put on the list of games that I'm not gonna replay because they're good games, but am I gonna be replaying a 100-hour JRPG like a Persona 5, for example? Probably not, because as much as I love Persona 5 and I enjoyed my time with it, it's not like, you know, Elden Ring on your first playthrough is like 100 hours. Now it takes me, what, 12 hours, 10 hours, depending on how thought out my run is. It takes me around half a day to beat Elden Ring. Right? And that's the difference. Like a Persona, you can't get through in a day. Even if you know, fast forward all of the dialogue and that type of stuff. If you skip a lot, you won't be able to beat it. And I think that's gonna create, you know, it's a bit of a controversial take for a lot of people because there's a lot of Persona fans. But at the same time, obviously, there's a good reason behind it because it is such a long game that it is sometimes annoying to replay those types of games, even though they can be so good, right? The Witcher 3, for example. The Witcher 3 for me is a game that I adore. I love The Witcher 3. But I find it hard to be like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'll replay The Witcher 3 from start to end, plus the DLC of the game. Another game that I personally couldn't replay is Mass Effect 1. Now this might be a hot take because a lot of people love Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect 2. The number 2. The second game in the franchise. I love the second Mass Effect. I do not like the first one. I do not like the third one. I don't hate the first one, don't get me wrong. I don't think it is a bad game, like a shit game. I think if you know what the second Mass Effect brings in terms of content, in terms of gameplay, Mass Effect 1 is a slog to get through. They improved the game so much with the second one that the first one you can really struggle to play it. But yeah, we'll continue this discussion. I'm gonna go for a quick pee break. In the meantime, guys, if you wanna just drop some game titles, maybe you feel the same with games that you maybe love but you don't want to replay in chat, and then we'll talk about it while I take a pee break real quick. You know what? Another game I would put on the list of games that I I enjoy, or I enjoyed at one point, and I wouldn't replay now. And this is still, it's gonna be controversial to some people. Vito, for example, right? You say most games you replay are Bethesda or Pokemon titles. For me, I struggle replaying Skyrim and Oblivion, for example, because of how simple the narrative is, how like streamlined it is, how basic it is, pretty much. I love, and everyone probably knows this by now, I love Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is like in my top 5 RPGs. Even now with all of the other great RPGs that we've played over the last couple of years, or specifically like the last year while we started doing the best RPG series. Like my top 5 still consists of Elden Ring, and this is in no order. Elden Ring, Fallout New Vegas, Clair Obscur, probably Persona 5 Royal has always been up there, and then Baldur's Gate 3. And it's like a little mixed bag of like everything that, you know, is RPGs. Like all of it's everything. It's a CRPG in there, it's a JRPG in there. And like top 10, it probably gets a bit foggy for me. Cause like top 10 is hard to pick. And that's the thing as well, like everyone will always have their own preferences about RPGs, because there's so many and there's so many different types and styles you can go with RPGs. Like a lot of people will, to this day, defend the Elder Scrolls games, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion, and I get it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, there's a tower over there. But we need magic to get the turtle. Like, I get it, but at the same time, those games, the Elder Scrolls games, they're not for me anymore. They're just not for me. And with Pokemon, I'll be honest with you, I can replay the older ones, like the older games, over the newer ones. Like, the only newer one I replayed was Scarlet and Violet. Like, and only because I played both of the versions of the game. Other than that, like, I never replayed Legend CA. I never replayed Sword and Shield. I never replayed Legends Arceus. I haven't even finished Legends Arceus because I struggled to enjoy Legends Arceus, honestly. You low-key want to play Starfield again? The only person I know that wants to play Starfield. I mean, that is not Starfield's only problem. I think Starfield has a lot more problems than not having space exploration. But at the same time, I can't judge it too much because I didn't play the game. You know? All I can say about Starfield is literally what I like heard from other reviewers, other people that did. Well, I guess you can almost call it a retrospective at this point because, you know, it's 2 years later. But yeah, there's a bunch of RPGs I'm still looking forward to covering on this series. Ones that we have played and ones that I haven't played yet. Like, I can't wait to revisit Fallout New Vegas for it. But I also, like, games that I haven't played, for example, obviously we're playing Divinity Original Sin at the moment, which I think is really, really good. Then the second, like the sequel to Divinity Original Sin, that's one I'm looking forward to. And then I'm looking forward to going back, playing Baldur's Gate 3 and covering that game. And I'm also looking forward to getting in and doing another run of Fallout New Vegas. I mean, I feel like Bethesda, though, they have to, like, improve Starfield. It's like Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky all over again, you know? And for Bethesda, you know, a studio that is literally mostly known for their RPGs, to be dropping such a letdown. I mean, I think we can all agree that the downfall of Bethesda started after Fallout 4 came out. And I think the downfall really started with the last couple of sets of Fallout 4's DLCs. Yeah, like Cyberpunk now, I mean, we played it 2 or 3 years ago when, like, before Phantom Liberty was a thing. And we still gotta replay it, by the way, with Phantom Liberty. Oh, damn. Actually got the Madness proc for once. Interesting. That never happens. But yeah, Cyberpunk is so good, but I really, like, I want to replay it at some point with, you know, Phantom Liberty in there. And it is literally, I mean, you can see everyone is at this point is doing better than Bethesda is. You got CD Projekt Red with The Witcher and Cyberpunk. You have whoever does Kingdom Come Deliverance, which also I haven't played both Kingdom Come Deliverances yet. But whoever is in charge of those games, fucking doing an amazing job. Then you had obviously Sandfall with Clair Obscur. A team of 10 people to develop a power armor skin. Hell, I have my problems with it, but even Tainted Grail, they did a full RPG on the level of a Skyrim, of a Oblivion, with a team of 50 people. And you've got Bethesda over here using not half of a team, but like 10 people to just do a power armor skin. Like, what are we doing here? When did Bethesda fall off so hard? It's like they brought out Skyrim, and Skyrim was like their magnum opus, and ever since then, I mean, okay, I do have to give credit, because I don't actually think that Fallout 4 was that bad. But I also think Fallout 4 was mainly carried by the settlement system, being able to build your own settlement. That is the only reason I spent so many hours in Fallout 4, is because I was able to build settlements. I'll tell you 100%, and I mean, you can even see it, like Bethesda themselves, they know it. They know that settlements carried Fallout 4, because they tried implementing that system into almost every game after it. Like, if you look at it, Fallout 76 use online with settlement building, right? They try to like make it a thing in every game, and we are probably going to see it whenever the next Elder Scrolls comes out. They're probably going to be adding another settlement builder in there, and I think that they know that that is something that kept a lot of people with Fallout 4, because the base story of Fallout 4 really wasn't that amazing. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. But like, I'd rather go and replay Fallout New Vegas over Fallout 4 if I want to play a good story. Sure, Fallout New Vegas has some crazy moments, but it has a lot more charm. Like, I honestly can't tell you too many memorable moments about Fallout 4. Like, I love the whole idea, like the underlying story of having the Sims be kind of part of the community and people starting to not trust each other because the Sims are so like looking like real humans that they all stop trusting each other. I think that's a good like a really good story beat. It's one of the better parts of Fallout 4, for sure. I gotta give it to Bethesda this time for the Switch 2. For what about the Switch 2? The port of Fallout 4? I mean, didn't they completely butcher what was supposed to be the anniversary edition of Fallout 4? Like on PC and... No, it wasn't like butchered, right? They just basically gave you whatever the last version was that they did. There was like some controversy around it. I remember reading up on that. Oh, don't let's not get into DLSS today. No, but yeah. I mean, it kind of depends on if the modes work, like the settlement building works really well on the console. Because that's like again, it's one of the main selling parts of Fallout 4. But yeah, for me personally, I've realized that like Bethesda RPGs, they're just unfortunately not for me anymore. And that's again, it's something we realized doing the best RPG series. When I replayed Oblivion, I really just realized that I didn't enjoy them. I struggle to enjoy Bethesda RPGs because it it almost feels like, if you played one of them, you almost played all of them. Sure, there's some tweaks here and there, but for me, there's no real temptation in going back to Skyrim. And I don't always want to shoot on Skyrim. But that's just like legitimately how I feel about it. Like I don't feel tempted to go back into that game. And I'm not saying it's a bad game at all. it was great in the 2010s. But if you ask me, like early 2010s, what would be the better RPG? To me, I would pick in that time frame, I would always pick Dragon Age Origins over Skyrim. Did I start at Fire Red and Leaf Green? Because I mean we did some of it on stream. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling it on like playing it on a TV. There's just something about the game where it's like, you know, you need to beat it or play it in handheld. Just for the vibe. Guys, can we stop outing me as old on today's stream? First it was Jason calling me old because I was talking about the old Star Wars Jedi Knight games. Because I was talking about Dark Forces. And now you hit me with you have no knowledge of Bethesda in the 2010s. You had a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Blue. Oh my god, that's like it's so crazy. We have a guy at our work. He's doing like his I guess what's it called? Like an internship at my workplace, and he's like 15. And we were talking about video games, right? Because he sometimes he comes onto the stream as well, just to say hi, because he doesn't speak English, and then he leaves. 15, yeah, he's 15, yeah. So he basically works at our place, and he doesn't know or didn't know what Skyrim was. And then we had to, me and my colleague that I do the duo challenge with on Elden Ring, we had to tell him about Skyrim. I mean, yeah, you don't have to play it, but it's like everyone is who plays video games like is aware of what Skyrim is or has heard the name Skyrim before. If you haven't played it, you know someone who has played it, you know? Yeah, he didn't know it at all. Until we, like, told him about it and what it is. And never in my life have I felt so old. Because you gotta remember, Skyrim came out when he was 1. And that was crazy to me. Like, he was literally just born when Skyrim came out. And I have never in my life felt as old as I did that day. That was scary. Those are the moments where you feel old. Because I remember when Skyrim came out, because my dad was playing it when it came out. There we go again. There. I was just waiting for it. I was just waiting for you guys to call me old again. I mean, by far, I'm not the oldest streamer in the world, okay? But it's so, it's so crazy, man. Like, I've reached the age that at work will have people that start work and literally like I'm getting to a point in like 2 years or so where they are so old that or so young that I could literally be their dad. You know? Like if I had, for example, like you know, I had a kid at 16, right? I could literally be working with them. But the good thing is, for me personally, I have the power of looking quite young still. So people always guess me as younger than I actually am, which is good. You know. I look handsome, thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Like Drake, thank you. Thank you. By the way, I haven't said it all day, so I'm gonna need you guys to put something weird in chat. So I can say it. Say my line. It's your job to set me up. So I can dunk on him. Or tell a story that's fitting of what I'm about to say. Get out of my way. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't even do a proper Arnold. 2011, yeah, when I was like 9 watching cable TV, playing my Game Boy and probably eating my boogers. That sounds like, yeah. I mean, I wasn't that much older. But still. But eating your own boogers, man, that's kinda embarrassing. Anyways. Did my job for the day. Remember them being salty. By the way, dude, that was such a common thing boys in my class used to do. Like, I was so, like, grossed out by that, but that might just be the tism kicking in. But I was so grossed out by that. Like, even thinking of it. But there was so many guys in my class that would do it, and I'd be like, every time. Feels quite nice. Dude, just at that point, go and eat your earwax, man. That's probably a way better tasting thing. Even though I imagine earwax not tasting that well. Just the texture of earwax in general is disgusting. But you know, to each their own. I can't use the go in order because you need 17 intelligence. And I'm stupid. I apologize if that offended any one of you. You're shiny hunting Zapdos. Sounds good. So you're on Pirate and Leaf Green. Gotta get back in there, but I've just been so busy with Divinity. Like, Divinity is so addicting. It's crazy. I just realized I gotta go and do the whole travel up to Volcano Manor here as well. Ugh. Actually playing the video game. Ugh. I mean, yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green has the original arts, right? So it's like even harder to get shinies. Okay. So there's definitely a couple of incants that I know that I want to pick up. Excuse me, sir. I was merely chilling here. Can you please go away? Thank you very much. By the way, I still haven't played the DLC of Pokemon Legends CA. It's been months since it came out. I still have not gone into Mega Dimensions. Have any of you guys played it? The Legend CA DLC? Hell no. I mean, like, I own it, right? But I think I also just hit a point with Pokemon. Like, I was so burnt out after doing, you know, so much shiny hunting on Scarlet and Violet. That, you know, when Legend CA came out, I was kind of just, after that game, sitting there like I hit a point of shiny fatigue, like shiny hunting fatigue, while playing Legend CA. And it was really, really bad. Like, I did not feel motivated to play it. Because for me, I love doing like shiny only runs where I try as much as possible to only use shiny Pokemon in my team. And then Legend CA, I mean, Legend CA, it wasn't hard to get shinies, right? But for some reason, like after a certain amount of time, I just got so bored by the combat of Legend CA. And I kind of wish, like I wished for the old turn-based combat to come back. So I hope that Wind and Waves is going to have like the old school style turn-based combat of Pokemon. And that they stay with the faster paced one for the Legends games. Otherwise, like, I don't know if I will really enjoy the game. Because I think it's like, Legend CA to me feels like baby's first Pokemon game. And like coming back to like Fire Red really shows you how different the games used to be and how much more challenging they were. And like playing it now, it's like going back and that is what I felt as a kid. Those were the Pokemon games that I played as a kid that were somewhat challenging. Yeah, I mean, ZA isn't as much of a shiny hunting simulator than as much as Scarlet and Violet. We like battles, but no, not those battles, yeah. I mean, if Champions is going to be turn-based again, which I assume, I've just not looked at any of the... Well, I did look at some of the Pokemon stuff, that obviously the Wind and Waves trailer, but I didn't look at the stuff for Champions. But I don't know, I prefer my Pokemon to be turn-based. And I think that's also like the main reason that I didn't like Pokemon Legends Arceus as much, is because of the different gameplay style. And that's like, it's something that through playing a bunch of other RPGs I kind of realized. The more games you play, the more you realize what you enjoy about certain games. And for example, as much as people hate on it, I think BDSP is still a good game. Is it a good remake of the game that it's based on? No. No. Does it have features that annoy diehard Pokemon players? Yeah. Is it good for a casual who just wants a nostalgic experience? Yes. I think Pokemon BDSP is good because it gives me my nostalgic experience. I don't care about team building that much. As a matter of fact, I like to have as little as possible when it comes to options in team building. I prefer going into a route like in Fire Red as well. I love going into a route. I know the first route, there's a couple of bug types and there's a Pikachu there. Okay, I want the Pikachu for a gym later on. The bug types, I'll catch them for the Pokedex. I leave the first route. I have a Pokemon I want to use for my team, and then some other ones that just will, get put on my in my box, or they will just fill up the team in case one of my Pokemon dies that I use. Go into Scarlet and Violet. Go into Legends ZA. You basically start off the game, especially Scarlet and Violet. You start off the game, go on to the first route right after the little tutorial bit, the way to the school. On the path to the school, you can already catch so many different Pokemons. You can get probably 2 full teams of Pokemon. You can get at least 12 unique Pokemon on the way to the school. And it becomes so hard. It becomes so hard to like pick the ones you want because there's so many options. And the old games, they set, a couple of Pokemons on those routes, and then like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick these. That's a handful that I can choose from. I know, obviously we've played the first gen so many times in so many different variations that we know what the gyms are. But I know, like, first route, okay, Pikachu won't be useful on the first gym, but I'll catch it here in the forest because I know I need it for the second gym. Right? And again, if I go into Scarlet and Violet, I can just catch anything. I'll just have a full team on Route 1. And I low-key kind of want to replay Scarlet and Violet right now, just to prove it. Just to prove it. But at the same time, like, I hate those, like, gym challenge stuff that they added in the newer games, right? I don't like the gym battles from Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. I don't really enjoy them that much. I don't know, Pokemon for me, it's like so hard to figure out what I really enjoy about. I mean, I kinda have figured out things that I enjoy and things that I don't enjoy. And I wish, like, when Winds and Waves comes out, I wish they would just narrow the amount of Pokemon games you have down to, a handful per route. And then maybe, like, once you get, the Elite Four done, then had like an extensive, I mean, really an extensive post game to the game. That's what I wish. Gamble, no gambling. Pokemon doesn't need gambling anymore. It needed it at one point, but not anymore. Loki, that stuff was part of my childhood though. Pokemon gambling. I mean, you gotta get, you know, kids to be hooked on gambling somehow. Let them gamble in Pokemon for some Pokemons. Wait, this Fire Red and Leaf Green, that has... Does that still have gambling in there? Like the corner where you can get the Abra. I think it was an Abra, right? Genvito might be more knowledgeable than me when it comes to the older Pokemon games, because I only played Red and Blue. I never actually played Fire Red and Leaf Green before it came out on the Switch too. The port came out. So I couldn't even tell you. By the way, I'm going over here so I can grab Millicent's prosthesis. And also try to get the Anspur Rapier. But I don't think we'll be able to get it. They do have gambling. Bro, laziness. Legitimately laziness. I don't think anyone checked it. I legit don't think anyone checked for it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if games that were already out and get re-released get checked. Because literally, you know, that could turn this game into the first Pokemon that would be an adults only game because of the gambling. Because this, like what we're talking about, it's peak laziness on the behalf of Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. And I think they can pay for that. They can pay for their laziness by getting their butts whooped for including gambling in a like a children game. Loot boxes are like gambling, yeah. Which is why a lot of parts of the world, loot boxes are getting banned. Especially in European countries. Like look at all of the sports games, for example. You know, the FIFAs, the NBAs. Like stuff like that, packs is not allowed in for example like Belgium, I think it is. Doesn't allow them anymore. Children game has, dude, you go onto your app, like onto your phone, any app. Any app has right either loot boxes or like some kind of sneaky way to get your money. I don't know if Germany banned Counter-Strike cases. I'm not honest. Like I'm not sure about it, honestly. I don't follow like general gaming news that much. As I said, I focus like you know, do mainly RPG stuff. That's the stuff that actually interests me. I know some friends who play CS2. It's not CSGO anymore. Am I the only one who still calls it CSGO? Because it's just what the game always was. Ooh, nice one. Apex packs? Like in Apex Legends? Okay, I'm not the only one who calls it CSGO still, that's good to know. Yeah, that used to be like throughout school, man. Me and a friend of mine, we used to play it like every weekend. We always used to play for so long. Like every night we just grind out the game. So like the morning. And it was so fun. It was such a good time. It's stuff that you know I miss nowadays. Going back to that. Being able to just like stay up all night playing CSGO with a friend.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am an old soul here, perhaps.
Those were the days. Oh, this levels up with normal smithing stones.
If you come to, I am.
Makes sense though, because it is a weapon that can be equipped with another Ash of War. I mean, I got to a point, man, where I playing like games for a long time. I can't. I literally can't. I get so tired so quickly. And it's like one of the things that sucks about like getting old. It's just the fact that at some point you'll just be like, do I really want to spend my night playing this game? I never tried CSGO. Bro, I'd always as well, like I'd be such a like an energy drink addict at that time. Just because of like CSGO. Because whenever, you know, I drink an energy drink, I get better reflexes. I can react faster. Better at CS than Elden Ring. I mean, I was decent at CS back in the day, but now I'd probably embarrass myself if I was to try. Like I played CS:GO, I think somewhere last year with another, like a former colleague at work. And I sucked so much at it. I remember like the good old days, man. We always used to do Cobblestone. Cobblestone was always our map back then, on when it was still CS:GO. Like that was me and my friends like go-to map. Stop calling me uncle. No, but for real, like I always, we had our tactics. It was so fun. Not a good idea to use madness against this guy, because he can cause madness on us. It was the good old days. $500 Zapdos on the dot. Is it shiny though? You can do 3 resets and okay. Do you just close the game with the home menu? Because I've not started shiny hunting. As I said, I've barely started playing Fire Red and Leaf Green as is. So I've just been busy with so many other games. There we go. Till 6K, yeah. That's dedication though. That is dedication to the craft. Okay, we got Vike's War Spear, which was the chase weapon for me. A, B, Y, and X, okay.
Well, then I presume.
Interesting. What Samba stones do we have? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get it to a 6. We just need to buy a 2. That's insane. Nope. To this. So that just resets the game if you press A, B, Y, and X. It's a simple reset. Okay. Yeah, let's go and grab another one of the good incans. And then I think we might do the most famous of famous bosses when it comes to Elden Ring. Oh god, picked the wrong one. Godslayer Flame? Why would you think we are going for Godslayer Flame? What makes you think that? Dude, this spear is insane. I don't know. Dude, I have that so much. It's every time I start playing Pokemon, I need to get back into it. I like forget so many things about Pokemon. I forget so many Pokemon names. And it always feels like I come off as, oh yeah, this is my first time playing Pokemon. Because I take such a long break in between every Pokemon game that I play. But yeah, it was that one that we just got. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna get to the Turtle Pope. Oh, I forgot we can finally on a run destroy these balloons. Which I usually don't bother with. But no, I want to try and get the Knight so I can get the legitimate best, one of the best incantations. Some more lightning. And then we need to, as I said, get to the Turtle Pope. Turtle Priest, whatever he is. And we can get ourselves all of the incantations from the books. By the way, if any of you guys checked out what's his face? Crimson Desert. That's the name, right? Crimson Desert? I think that's the name. Yeah, Crimson Desert. Always mix it up with the game that it's based on. Unk, will I stream in 3 years' time? If I get paid for it? No. Yeah, probably. Even if I don't become a Twitch streamer. Holy cow. Even if I don't become a streamer that gets paid for it, I'd probably still do it. But that's what I've been saying for years. Because for me it's just a passion thing, a hobby thing. I'm like, hey, I'm playing these video games, so I might as well just stream them, you know? Why not? That's how I always went about it. You can't sub here. I mean... What do you mean you can't sub here? You can hit the subscribe button, right? I haven't looked into multi-streams too much, or vertical streams. I know that YouTube has a feature where it does vertical streams for you, but I don't know how well it works. Like, I tried it out on one stream, but I can't look at him. Like Twitch sub. I mean, you can just subscribe to the channel normally, right? I'm definitely thinking of eventually. I don't know about multi-streams. Yeah, I think he means membership as well. Once again, I'm too small. I'm too small of a streamer for that. There we go, flame cleanse me. Nice. We gotta help you get big. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take any help I get. The thing is, I need to work more on... probably work more on other things. Do shorts, for example. But then again, it's always the question of what do I put into a short, right? It's all these questions that you gotta look into. But yeah, I think like the vertical streaming thing is something to look at. Especially with, for example, like if you could do vertical streaming and then multi-stream, I think the move wouldn't even be to go and stream on Twitch. It would make more sense to probably stream on TikTok. And then do TikTok and the YouTube channel. Depending on how many streams I can upload at the same time, right?
Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing. Oh, very well. Heresy, all thing.
There we go, lightning spear. That's legitimately one of the best one you can get. It's like frenzied burst but lightning, basically. It's better than lightning strike. Lightning strike is good for the start until you get this one. If you just focus on using incans. Is it lightning spear? There we go. We could get Dragon Bolt's blessing as well. 41 faith, man. The faith requirements are actually insane on some of these. Your buddy who got banned because he was gambling in Pokemon on TikTok. That is probably the most insane sentence I've read all day. I'll be honest with you. Like, the insanity of being banned because you're gambling in a game which technically shouldn't even be allowed to have gambling in it. That is insane. Embarrassing. Yeah. Legit, that's peak Gen 3 right there. Have gambling in a game where you're not allowed to have gambling in. Well, at this point anymore. And then you get freaking banned for it. That's too good. That is actually too good. Okay, what are we saying? Are we gonna do Radon? I think we'll do Radon. We'll do Radon, and then I think we are going to do maybe Morgott, and then we'll probably end today. Because then I want to look at some of the... first off, I want to eat something. And then I want to take a look at potential videos that I can hook up. By the way, I also need to make a Discord channel at some point. Upload the mode rage, please.
Are you the festival? Before. But now. Oh, get the set. Your general were divested and holy.
So, Jason, is that you saying you want to take care of my Discord server? You want to set up a Discord server for my channel? Is that your application right there? You applying to the job of my Discord? Am I going to beat him in one try? No, because I'm stupid. If there's one thing about me you gotta know is that you don't know anything about making a server? Perfect. Then that makes two of us. Thing is, we need to take off Radagon's Saw Seal for this fight. Mainly because of the problem that is the health. Because you take more damage if you have Radagon's Saw Seal on. Watch this. I missed. Embarrassing. Low-key, it's insane having Rock Breath for it on. There we go. We'll have to try again. I want to go in there and actually try Rot Breath. I want to see how that goes. Just go in, Rot Breath him. See how much damage we can do. The problem is, when it comes to Elden Ring and me streaming the game, my lack of focus is insane. The Radahn rune clip, yeah, that is actually worth making it into a short. Wait until the other ones come up. Yo, like Rotten Breath, you can barely... Oh, dude, it did do a lot of damage, though. The thing is, if I lock in, you guys don't get anything stupid to laugh at. You know, that's kind of the trade-off you get. I mean, depends on what boss I'm fighting. Oh, dude, none of the summons are alive. What the hell? I just realized that. Holy cow. No, there's one alive, but he's so far away. He's like, nah, I don't care, I'm not going near that thing. You know what I need to get better at? I need to get better at clip farming. I need to just start doing stupid things by acting like I'm stupid just for clip farming. Right, so many like YouTubers and things, and streamers, they bait you by just clip farming, not click farming. Right, they will say the like most stupid stuff. And you know, it's just because people will click on it and react to it. They would do things on stream just to get the clip. Not the black balls of doom. I'm scared of the rocks more than anything, I'll be honest with you. You know what I find it difficult sometimes with like female streamers, and then like them, it's not even the clip farming but the goon farming. When they know they've got so many gooners in their audience and they just, you know, obviously they start farming them. They like on purpose turn around so you can see, you know, see the behind. Just because, you know, you gotta support the gooners and the audience. By the way, that's second try. Oh no, I landed in the debris. This could be bad. Last time the debris killed us. Dang sims, yeah. I wish people would sim for me, man. I'll be honest with you. It would make life so much easier. We'll let Alexander live. We'll get his talisman when we get to Faramazula. Pokimane. I'll be honest with you. I have not watched a lot of Pokimane ever. I know who Pokimane is. Because she has said some wild things over the last couple of years. Not gonna lie, I simped for Sinner. Shake my hand, Vaughn. Shake my hand. You're a man of taste. Oh god. Just for internet history, this stays between us, okay? Jason, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. There's my first Clip farm. That's the first clip farm. Someone clip it and send it to Sinner. It's like, hey, there's a small YouTube streamer with like 40 subscribers. Oh god. At least we're having fun on these streams, right? That's the most important thing. I mean, here's the thing, Vaughn, right? I wouldn't use the word simp in my case. But I get you. That is a attractive woman, for sure. Yeah. Some might agree, some might disagree. But I'm not gonna disagree with you on this one. You got my full support. Once you gift her a sub, you become an actual simp. No, you become a sugar daddy. You become one of many sugar daddies. By the way, if at some point memberships get allowed on YouTube for this channel, for the Nick Von Crate channel, and you guys decide to spend some money, I don't want you guys to spend all your money, right? I don't even need you to spend money on me, okay? But if you want to spend money on it, I'll call you all sugar daddies. I will call every single one who supports the channel a sugar daddy. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to be. It's not a simp, it's a sugar daddy. That's all you guys are to me then. Because you're supporting me playing video games. And talking about video games. So here's the awkward thing, I don't have any talismans. Is Roderica still here or is the golden seed? Okay, the golden seed is here. Good. Unk will be live tomorrow. Yes, boys. I mean, we'll call it a day shortly anyways. Do I do the NPC invader fight? Does he give us anything cool? Ooh, does he give us the armor? I don't know if exactly the same time. It might be a bit earlier depending on... Oh no, tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow's, it's freaking 1 AM. Hey, don't act like you feel like you wasted your time with me and the gang, okay? Jason? It's time well spent. Go to bed, dude. No, but I'll be live tomorrow a bit early, I think. It depends on how work goes tomorrow, cause Fridays and Saturdays are always like the really long days. It's 1 p.m. and it is 7 p.m. for me. So welcome to the world. Where someone over in America is watching a streamer over in Europe, and also we have another guy from somewhere in, is it in Asia? It is, right? I don't want to mess it up now. Asia, yes, okay. So we got some Asian, European, American connection here on this stream, guys. You can call me Pitbull, by the way. Because I'm Mr. Worldwide, or whatever he says. Oh, this armor actually doesn't look half bad. Bro, the thing is, I was legitimately thinking of going to the Lollapalooza in, which is a festival for those of you that don't know. Because it's in Berlin in July. And I was legitimately thinking of going there because it's so funny because Pitbull actually headlines the festival. And I thought of going there just for the joke. Because I've been to the Lollapalooza, like, I was there in 2019. And I think, like, the lineup literally peaked in 2019. Like, ever since then, at least over here, it's never been that good. I did want to go last year, and I'm mad that I didn't go last year. Because there were some artists I really would have loved seeing. But, you know, work-wise and everything, it didn't really work out for me. But yeah, man. I think Pitbull would be so fun to watch. Okay, so the weapon is not that good against Margit. But you know what is good against Margit? Not the Flame of the Frenzy, but the Lightning Spear is. Well, it's okay. Shut up. Fuck. Shit, man. Oh, excuse me, I hit the mic, didn't I? Get speared. And there we go, we get the second talisman pouch without even having a second talisman. The Nick Von Crate experience, being prepared and totally unprepared at the same time. That's what you get. That's why he's the GOAT. Or whatever they say. So we'll definitely get the other glass cannon. It does feel like that, yeah. It does feel like... I mean, we're half of a glass cannon. Because we're using the spear as well. I don't think I'll get to Will I get to the boss fight? I mean, I could probably get to the boss fight before it's half. 10 minutes? Can I get to Godric in 10 minutes? Yeah, Godric. What are we saying? Probably, right? Okay. Limit is
Come over here.
I wanted to end stream at half. So that's in 11 minutes. But I don't think we'll be able to get to Godric in 11 minutes and finish him in 11 minutes. So we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, guys. I mean, we don't need to start a timer, we just need to look at the clock. We got 10 minutes time. Get your torch out of my ass. Out of the way. I have a time limit. Okay, it might be tough. It might actually be tough. Damn, that didn't hit him. Embarrassing. Elden Ring pro gamer Nick Von Crate back at his job, pretending that he's actually good at the game when he's not. I'm gonna skip the Claw Talisman just so I can get to Godric, and then we can get the Claw Talisman on tomorrow's stream. Screw you. Don't touch me. Bro, I'm literally in love with the outfit. I'll be honest with you guys. It's such a nice combo. Looks so fancy. Probably will forget. What? I'll forget. Excuse me. I'll forget the talisman. Could happen. I mean, we're talking about me at the end of the day here. I'd probably forget about my own family existing if they weren't living so close to me. We gotta make this detour though. This is required, okay? I don't want to hear anything. There we go, that's why we need it. I mean, both of those things are what we needed. Fuck. Okay, what do we got on the clock? 7 minutes. Gotcha, guys. I got you. Don't you worry about me. Well, that's not how the song goes. By the way, have you guys seen the Spider-Man trailer? For the new Spider-Man? With my twin. Tom Holland. He's my cousin. If you didn't know, I'm just kidding. There's a couple of photos where we do actually look alike. It's like my one celebrity look alike.
Be proud. You're a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the ruins of
I'm sure he's not my brother. I'm not British. At least, not that I know of. Nefelelu? You who? Is Melina dead or something? No, why? Melina can't die. I mean, no, she can't die. Fuck. After we burn the tree, I mean, yeah. In that situation, yeah, she's dead. Because it's basically you sacrifice her to burn the tree. That's why you need a maiden to burn the... or become Elden Lord. I never realized that the Rotten Breath is actually faster than Exeek's Decay, because it doesn't have the flying charge up on it. Oh damn. I didn't expect that to hit me. It is 28. It is 7:28.
We'll return together to our home, bathed in rage.
I told you we could do it before it's half. We could do it before it's 7:30. And it's 7:28. Told you. You will call me Grams. I hope you won't. Because I'm not that old.
Holy. Fine. You have now to become the thing as much.
The finger. The finger up my butt. Cool, I have 3 talisman pouches and 1 talisman, guys. Isn't that cool? I swear I'm not that old. You're just imagining that. Just like you're imagining dragons. Or whatever that band is. Oh, I can also wield the cipher pattern. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we'll go to the Rampart Tower so we can get the jump attack talisman tomorrow. That's what we're gonna pick up. Yeah, as I said, I gotta head out now. Go and eat some food. And then probably maybe get some scripts written, maybe for some videos. Has anyone made any clips of today's stream? Do I need to be embarrassed about anything that I've said today? I don't think so. I think YouTube needs to make it easier to actually find clips that people have created off of your streams. Because you can't actually see them, really. Like you can just see your videos, and I have to go like separately into the stream, like into the previous stream, without knowing like which one it is that has the clip in there. It's a bit annoying. You can share some of them, that'd be cool. As I said, I'll go ahead and I need to like make a Discord server as well, so I can have a bunch of, you know, the people that come to the streams. I don't have like a proper channel. Like I can just I just have a Discord account. Like if you have something that I can add you on, like a username, I'd add you, right? I can add you. I mean, the name is NVC on DC, literally, I think. Should be. If you guys want to add me. I'll just send it out there. You guys can add me. It's MVC on DC. I'll add you guys, and then I'm gonna look at setting up a Discord server so I can get people together. Yeah, that's my plan. Anyways, guys, I'll add you in a second, like after the stream, and yeah, I'll call it here, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. So until then, have a beautiful rest of your day. Good night, whatever time it is for you. And we'll be back tomorrow with the Elden Ring. Anything goes wrong. See you then. Peace out. And add me on Discord. I'll add you too.